I am from the Dominican Republic, one of the most beautiful places that you would ever see, right? But it's also a third world country, so find a decent paying job for a lot of people sometimes is almost impossible. So a lot of people usually try to leave the country for better opportunities. Two of those people were my aunt and my mother. And in the 80s, my aunt managed to leave the country and became an American citizen. And my mom managed to pop out 3 kids, all girls. And when my aunt became a citizen, she told my mother, don't worry, you're gonna come and join me very soon. So my mother came to us and told us, girls, this year, we're getting on a plane and we're moving to the United States. Sadly, that was not the year. The next year, she sat with us and she said, girls, focus on your English because this year we're moving to the US. Well, that was not the year. The following year, she sold all of her living room furniture because she was certain that that was going to be the year. Well, we ended up watching TV on the floor for a whole year because that was not the year. So many years went by. I graduated school, I got a job, I was a young adult, and I had a life on my own. And one day, my mother called me, ¿Tú estás sentada? Siéntate, te tengo que contar algo. I have to tell you something. Are you sitting down? And I'm like, shoot. Guess what? We just got the letter. We have our appointment for our green cards. And I'm like speechless. It's been 18 years. Exactly, that is a joke. I mean, at this point, we didn't even know what to do. So we went to see a lawyer, and the lawyer said that my sister Claire and I should not go to this interview because we are already over 21, therefore not included in the package. Well, this woman didn't know that she was crushing me. I had been watching Friends for a long time. I really wanted to sit down for countless hours and drink fancy coffee with my friends. I wanted to go have brunch with my girls at Balthazar in New York, like Sex and the City style. And this woman is like killing my dream. But my aunt is very persistent, and she insisted that we should go to this meeting. So we go. The day of the interview, we get there, and I'm like sweating like a roasting pig. And not only because it is July in the Dominican Republic, but because I'm super, super nervous. I mean, I know I'm not supposed to be here, but here we are. So I'm like nervous. I'm scared that this guy is gonna be like an old grumpy guy that wants us to fail. And I don't want that, I'm scared. So we go inside this office and I'm pleasantly surprised because this guy is not at all as I was imagining it. He is like in his early 30s and really tall, sleek black hair, and like beautiful blue eyes, and even under that fitted gray Hugo Boss suit, I could tell that he works out. So fine, like God bless America. So I tell my mom and my sisters, don't worry, I got this. And I did. I engaged in conversation with this guy, and we have so many things in common. We like the same music. We were at the same Incubus concert a few years before. Like, how crazy! We're like the same person. Only he's American. And soon enough, the four of us walked out of that office with our brand new green cards and a brand new life. And just like that, after 18 short years, I'm on that plane on my way to the United States. And I want to tell you that when I got here, it was everything as I was imagining it. And it was like perfect, but it wasn't at all. First, I wanted to get an apartment kind of like the one Carrie Bradshaw had. Oh, that is funny too. The only thing I could afford was a walk-in closet. And not even a big one. It was really like a matchbox. It was ridiculous. And friends? What freaking friends? I was working like 70 to 80 hours a week. I did not have time to make any friends, let alone like sit around and have fancy coffees for the whole day. I could not do that. I didn't have any friends. I was working like crazy. I was pretty sad, stressed, and lonely. The first year of my life in the United States was horrible. And I mean, now it's been 10 years, and I look back, and I'm like, yeah, it sucked. But I would not have changed anything because that time really made me very strong and taught me that nothing meaningful and real in life comes that easy. You have to work a lot to get to where you want to go. And I'm still working pretty hard, but not 80 hours a week. And also, I cannot I cannot afford Carrie Brush's apartment, but hopefully I'm on my way. And last year, I was faced with this decision of should I become an American or should I renew my green card because it's been a while. And I sat on making that decision for a little bit because I was struggling. I'm like, I love this country. This country means to me opportunity, freedom, happiness, like independence, because it's all that this country has given me. But on the other hand, if I become an American, am I going to be betraying the Dominican Republic? I don't want to do that. So I thought about it for a little bit. And then my boyfriend said, do you think we should buy a house here? And I'm like, what? Buy a house in the United States? Do I want that? And the answer is yes. Of course I want to buy a house here because now this country is home. And I want to have a house in my home. So I applied to be a citizen. And the day that I became an American, I did not celebrate Sex and the City style. I went and sat down and ate some fried chicken, some really delicious buttery biscuit, and I drank a lot of Bud Light. Because I'm now an American, and that's what we do, right?